practice is about just getting a little bit more into the hips and into the hamstrings today. So we'll begin in just a moment. And so good morning. Hope you're well. We are working into the hips, the hamstrings this morning, so we're going to come and start on our backs. So just coming to lie down. If you know, sometimes in a lunge, if you struggle to reach the floor, then you might want a couple of baked bean tins or something just to help lift your hands away from the ground. But if not, we're going to come and lie on our backs. So I would just start by bringing the knees into the chest, if that feels all right in your lower back, and just really getting the lower back down, and you can hold the backs of the thighs or the shins and have a little rock from side to side. And see if you can feel about lengthening your spine and almost straightening it. Notice if you're a little bit crooked. And then pause in the middle, give the knees a good squeeze in, and then slowly bring your feet down to the ground. And you want to bring your ankles so they're underneath your knees a little bit. And then see if you can rest your hands by the side of the body, close the eyes, and just arrive for your practice. Just notice your feet on the ground, your hips and your shoulders, the back of your head. See if you can let yourself settle down, sink down. Noticing your breath. Okay. And then blinking the eyes open. We're going to lift up the right leg, just hold the back of the right thigh, and then just bring a little movement into that ankle. Just rotating through, pointing and flexing. And then just pause, draw the toes in towards your face and gently push out through the heel. And then we're going to cross this ankle over the left knee. You can bring your right hand onto the right thigh and gently encourage that knee to open. So your right foot stays nice and flexed. So if you've got tight hips, then stay here. Want your head and your shoulders relaxing onto the floor. If you've got a space, you can take a hold of your left thigh and hug the knees in. But all the while we're pushing this right knee out. So you could use your right elbow if you're coming in. You might even extend the left leg up. But wherever you come to, if your head and you're straining, you need to lower it down a level. So we're interested in the hip here. And if it's tight, you can rock in and out just for a couple of breaths. Maybe a little sway from side to side, can feel quite nice. Okay, and then if you've got the legs lifted, lowering it down, we'll take the right leg back up towards the ceiling, hold the back of the thigh, just rock that leg in and out a couple of times. It's waking it up, and your leg doesn't have to be straight here. Okay, and then just pause wherever you come to, see where you can straighten the leg. So if your leg is further away, let it be further away. And again, so we're interested in the shoulders and the head being heavy into the ground, pushing up through the heel, and then we'll switch, so bring that foot to the floor. So we'll bring the left knee in, so just hold the back of the thigh, send the foot up, bring some movement into that ankle. And gently draw the toes in, a gentle push out through the heel. And then keep that foot flexed, so keep that action in your foot as you cross over your right knee. So maybe you stay in this lower position with the left hand on the thigh. Maybe you reach through and take a hold of your right thigh. Maybe you take the right leg up. So all different options for different bodies, we're all different. Maybe you sway, maybe you stay still, so it's your choice. Maybe you rock forwards and backwards. Okay, and then lowering that foot, if you've lifted it, take the back of the left thigh again, take the foot up, and just draw the toes in, push out through the heel, and see if you can just rock that leg forwards and backwards. So juicing up the joints, a bit of WD-40 for the hips this morning. Okay, and then next time you bring it forward, see if you can straighten the legs, push a little bit more out through that heel, drawing the toes down. Relaxing your shoulders, and then bring that foot down. Okay, so we're going to have both heels underneath the knees-ish. Don't want them too close, you overextend your knees. You don't want them too far away either. Okay, hands by the side of the body, palm up or palm down, your choice. With an inhale, push through your feet and we start to lift the hips up. Keep your gaze upwards. Don't be tempted to turn your head left or right. So the chin comes towards the chest, the back of the neck lengthens. We squeeze the bum to get into the front of these hip creases. And then slowly lower down with an exhale. See if you can bring it down vertebrae by vertebrae. And the bum comes down last. Okay, let's take that again. So inhale, lifting up. Pushing down through your shoulders, your upper arms, squeeze the bum. And then exhale, slowly lower. And let's take that one more time. So inhale, lift. Squeeze your bum and imagine there's a brick between your knees here. So don't let the legs rock out. So push down through your big toes. Push down through your heels, your little toe. Squeezing the bum so if you can lift the hips a little bit higher. Breathing here, so don't stop breathing, keep breathing. And then slowly with your exhale, slowly, 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 we're going to lower all the way down. Just let the spine settle, just give it a little wriggle. Bring the knees into the chest, so we're going to roll onto your side or take the little rock and roll up and down to come into a seat. So whichever option you choose, making your way there. And then we'll make our way to hands and knees. Okay, and we're going to, from hands and knees, just extend the right leg behind you. Push the toes into the ground, just give that leg a stretch. And then float that leg up, toes dial down. And we're going to squeeze that knee forwards towards your right elbow. And then just take it back. I'm going to do that a couple of times. So opening the knee out to the side towards your right elbow. And this time as you bring it forwards, can you step that foot to the outside of your right hand? So we're coming to the outside of the right hand into a little lizard pose. So you might have to bring that foot a little bit wider out to the side. And then this is where you might want some baked bean tins. So if your hands don't reach the ground, you can come up onto your fingertips or lift them on something. But we're going to start to straighten the front leg, lift the toes, draw that right hip back. And then bring it forwards. So just make sure that your front knee doesn't go past your ankle as you come forwards, but we just rock it forwards and backwards. Properly getting into the hips, into the hamstrings. Just take that another couple of times. Okay, and next time you bring it forwards or hold it forward, see if you can let your left hip drop down. Grounding through your right foot. And maybe, if it feels right in your spine, a gentle twist. So just twisting around, maybe to look towards your left heel. It's a good juicy twist. Breathing. And then bring it back. So we're going to step the right foot back to your plank, not plank, what is it? Tabletop. Extend the left leg behind you, push the toes into the ground. Lift that leg. And then we're going to bend the knee, bring your left knee towards your left elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale, bringing it in. Inhaling. Last one, bring it in. And this time, see if you can step that foot forwards to the outside of your left hand. Give it a helping hand. So the foot is away from the body, the knee is opening out. And we start this little kind of rocking motion. So we send the bum back, straighten the front leg-ish, toes lift up, roll through the foot to bring it back. So take that a few times, moving with your breath. And next time you bring it forwards, planting that foot, make sure you've got that knee above ankle alignment. Maybe you stay here, maybe you take a little twist, you can walk the hands round to the right and look over towards your right heel. Let the hips sink forwards and down. Breathing into the shape. See where you can ease the body in. And then come back through center. We'll step this back foot back, tuck your toes, lift it up into plank and lift your hips up. sending it into a downward facing dog. And just bring some movement into your body here that feels good. So whether you bend or straighten your legs, maybe you just want to bring a bit of weight into your heels. But think of having equal weight between your hands, between your feet. Taking a couple of breaths here. And then come right onto your toes. Lift your heels up, soften your knees. See if you can lift your hips up a little bit higher as you bring your shoulders over your wrists. Bit of weight back through the heels, so strong legs, tummy lifts. And we're going to lower it down, knees, and then chest and chin between the hands. Sliding onto your tummy. Point your toes back, hands by the side of the ribs. And roll the shoulders back as you lift up into a little cobra. See if you can hold it for a breath. Squeezing your bum to support your back. As you exhale, lower down. Pushing up to hands and knees. And your choice, you can come into kneeling or you can come into a child pose to see what serves your body best. If you come to kneeling, just closing the eyes. And just coming to your body, to your breath. Noticing what 10 minutes can do to your body to bring into your morning. It's a quick burst. So just feel the expanse of your breath as you breathe in next. Release. Let it go. Take a breath out of the mouth with your next exhale. And if you're in child pose, bring yourself up to kneeling. And you can come to a seat or stay kneeling. Bring your hands together in prayer. And take something positive from these 10 minutes into the rest of your day. And we bow the head to the hands, the mind to the body. Namaste. Thank you so very much. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you're feeling slick and ready for the rest of your day. Have a lovely, lovely day. Thank you.